Now you will see the strangest and most mysterious things and try to figure out what it is. What is this metal folding turtle? This is a vintage ball of twine holder made of cast iron. It is designed to keep the ball in place during unwinding. The thread can be easily pulled through the holes, preventing it from rolling or tangling. Similar devices were often used in shops, at the post office, and in everyday life for convenience when packing goods or needlework. What is this thing? This is a mechanical cheese grater, a device for fast and convenient grating of hard cheeses. The cheese is placed in the upper compartment, then the lid presses it against a rotating drum with blades. When the handle is turned, the cheese is rubbed and poured out through the bottom tray. Such a device is especially popular in old European kitchens, where they appreciate manual work and precise control over the result. What is this hammer? It is a stone hammer specially designed for processing and fitting stones in construction. Its wide and flat working surfaces make it possible to effectively chip off excess material and shape the stone into the desired shape. It is used by craftsmen when laying walls made of natural stone, especially in traditional or restoration architecture. What's it? The size of a golf club. This is a special scoop for finding minerals and agates on the beach. Thanks to the metal construction with slots, the tool makes it easy to sift through sand and small stones, leaving only larger objects on the surface, potentially valuable finds. The curved shape of the handle makes it easier to use and reduces the strain on the wrist when working for a long time. What is this thing? I found it in my new home. It is a gas piezo igniter with a long nozzle designed for igniting stoves, fireplaces, or grills. The orange part serves as a protection and a heat-resistant handle, and a built-in cutter or opener is provided on the case. The compact trigger and flame regulator make the device convenient for quick operation at home or outdoors. What is this thing with needles? This is a miniature ribbon shredder, a tool designed to create fringes. It consists of a series of thin metal needles between two guide plates with springs. When pressed, the needles cut through the material, turning the solid ribbon into thin strips that can be used for gift wrapping or needlework. What is this thing? I found it in my shed. This is an ancient locomotive control stick used by train drivers to control the movement or braking of the train. The metal tip was fixed in the slots on the control panel, and the long wooden handle made it possible to conveniently and accurately switch modes. Such levers were typical for mechanical train control systems before the advent of more modern consoles. Small heavy item with orange rubber and a fox head stamped it in. What is it and what is it from? Found in driveway. Found this in our driveway with no idea where it came from or what this is. It's heavy, orange piece it rubber, the rest is metal. Fox head stamped in it. Thin rod looking thing looks like the pivot point. This is an anti-theft trailer lock, right line gear, anti-theft trailer coupler ball and lock. The upper part, a metal cylinder with a key, is inserted into the trailer hitch, imitating a tow bar ball, and the lower lock blocks access to the clamps. This mechanism prevents intruders from connecting a trailer to a tractor, effectively preventing theft. Wheel-like rusted metal thing found 3 inches below ground in Delaware, USA. About 8 pounds with an end sticking out as if to hold an axle. What is this thing? It's a harmonic balancer off a car engine. Sometimes also referred to as a front crank pulley. It's what drives the belts for things like your alternator, coolant pump, power steering, and air conditioning. It also helps balance and absorb vibrations from the crankshaft. There's probably somebody that could tell you exactly what engine this one was for. All I can say is it must have been there a decade or two. Wonder if there's more engine buried in the same area. Field of plastic poles in local park. Came across this field of plastic poles in a park in Skillman, New Jersey. Appears to be some kind of ecology-related science experiment, but we can't figure out what. There are about 100 or so of these poles, each surrounded by a sheet of rigid plastic with holes in them. Is it to capture bugs or something? Anyone know? Answer: these are plastic protective tubes for young seedlings. They are used to protect plants from herbivores, wind, mechanical damage, and sudden temperature changes. Such tubes create a greenhouse effect, contributing to accelerated growth and increased survival of trees in the first years after planting. Old agricultural implements in a field in New Brunswick, Canada. From 1903 to 1956, there was a farm in the area. What's it? Answer: yeah, it's a mower, My grandfather used to have one somewhat like this. The upright bar lowers down parallel to the ground and the teeth will move back and forth to cut hay or what have you. Heavy steel item with 2 large spheres. The center rods can slide and pivot around the shaft they are attached to. Found in a garage among lots of woodworking and mechanics tools. Answer: this is an old hinged toilet seat system with counterweights. The balls on the bottom serve as weights that automatically lowered the seat after use. This design was used before the advent of more modern mechanisms with springs or closers. Heavy circular chamber with cement and heading element. No physical markings or identifiers. Attached box is also heavy and appears to transform 220V to whatever is needed to heat. Is it a kiln or foundry? Given to me by a friend without much further info. Answer: this is an induction melting furnace with a refractory lining. It is used for melting metals, most often aluminum, bronze or brass. Inside is a powerful induction coil, which when turned on, creates an alternating electromagnetic field that heats the metal without direct contact. Such installations are used in foundries and jewelry workshops for precise and fast work with melts. Found this in an immense bookstore. Anyone know what this is? Could be something sold individually or that came loose from a package. It looks like some kind of scoop with 2 sizes, giving off coffee and tea vibes. Answer: this is a jigger measuring cup used by bartenders to accurately measure alcohol when making cocktails. He has 2 bowls of different volumes, most often 30 milliliters and 60 milliliters. The jigger allows you to follow the recipe of drinks, which is especially important in a professional bar culture. What is this metal thing with a wooden handle and plastic things glued to it? It was found attached to a belt, like in picture 4, in a parking lot. Wooden handle, with metal scraper-like thing. Attached to the metal part are plastic things with ridges? What is that? Answer: it is a hand tool for removing pet hair and lint from carpets, furniture or clothes. Thanks to the metal frame with a stretched wire brush, it effectively collects even the smallest hairs stuck in the fabric. It is used as an alternative to sticky rollers and does not require replacement of consumables. What is this strange plastic item? It is, as noted, made of plastic. Due to that and how there's no airflow, it's not a drug pipe. It has a lot of odd dirt stuff inside, though it was sealed up when I found it. This was in some open high desert space near a housing development. As shown in the second pic, it unscrews and there is a long plastic rod which goes through the detachable part into the lid. It can stand up on the lid. Answer: it is for sure a contraceptive applicator from the 80s. It was somewhat reusable as it came with a large bottle of foam that you loaded it up with. Plastic box at a school playground. Interior has a wheel that moves when spun. There is a button that says push on top. What is this thing? Answer: this is an outdoor hand sanitizer installed in a public place, such as a playground or park. It does not require electricity. The disinfectant is supplied mechanically when pressed by hand. This design is resistant to weather conditions and vandalism, and is designed for intensive use. My sole parent passed away 6 months ago, and I have moved into the house, slowly cleaning and sorting through things to make the home my own. I happened across these odd scissors/shears that I cannot even find similar results for when Google searching, and cannot for the life of me seem to figure out what thing they were specially designed to cut. There are no brand markings and the whole interior of the O shape on one blade is sharpened, as well as the top 2 points of the triangular blade. Maybe they're just dull, but the things I try them on seem dull. I guessed maybe gauze at first, but that didn't seem to be the ticket when I tried. Anyone seen these things before? Answer: these are special scissors for quail eggs. A sharp blade with a semicircular notch allows you to quickly and accurately cut off the top of the shell without damaging the yolk. The tool is especially useful when preparing eggs in bulk for cooking or serving. What is this thing? It's a clear glass imperial quart bottle full of liquid and some sort of construction inside. My mother says her dad found it in a house he bought in Victoria, Australia, in 1951. He kept it in his study and Mum's had it since he died, but nobody in my family knows what it is. Answer: this is a bottle with a unique miniature wooden composition inside, an example of traditional folk art, known as art in a bottle. The design with a ladder, fence and crosshair resembles the motifs of imprisonment or warning, and may have been created as an allegory or message. All the parts are assembled inside the bottle through the neck. The task requires masterly precision and patience. Such objects were often made by prisoners or artisans as a demonstration of craftsmanship or a symbol of freedom. Lead doohickey found in a river. Weighs 2 lbs. What is this thing? Answer: the photo shows a fragment of lead plates from an old battery, most likely an automobile battery. This is a part of the inner grid, covered with lead sulfate and electrolyte residues. The honeycomb on the surface is a conductive grid that holds the active mass. Over time, such plates become corroded and degrade, especially if the battery has been left without charge for a long time. You can find them in a landfill or in the ground near the place where old batteries were disposed of. Coin bank locked. Hello. This coin bank was my husband's father's. His passed away before my husband was born. 40+ years later. I'm finally going to try and open it. I've tried for about an hour. Any advice? There are coins inside, and I am thinking they are foreign since he was in the Navy. Any advice? Answer: you can see where the latch assembly is. A thin piece of metal or plastic could probably push it back in and let the door swing open. But really, just sequence through the letters till it slides is probably faster and safer. There's 10 choices on the left, 10 choices on the right. You've got to try a max of 100 times. Then you'll know the combo. Found in an old house I was helping clear out. About 2 inches long. Glass prism type insert. Silver handle. In a box with a latch. German manufacturer. Answer: the photo shows a geodesic angular prism, known as the angle prism or optical square. This tool is used to build precise angles, most often 90 degrees, when carrying out alignment work, topographic survey, and removal of points on the ground. The prism is fixed at an angle inside the housing and reflects light in such a way that the user can easily determine the perpendicular direction relative to the line of sight. The handle allows the device to be precisely positioned at a given point, and the velvet-lined case protects the prism from damage. Its compactness and simplicity make it an indispensable tool in the field. I tried very hard. Please subscribe.